What's up guys, it's Josh again, and I am back for another gaming video. So as you can see, I have a new setup for our Monster Hunter videos here. This is still going to be a part of my Let's Talk and Hunt series, where I basically talk about some life lessons, some things that I've learned, as I also hunt some awesome monsters. Shout out to my subscriber, Coop. He's been encouraging me in a lot of ways, and it's been awesome. And he's been motivating me too to finish that Glavenous set, which looks awesome and looks so badass. So I am super excited to pursue that, and that's what you guys are seeing me fight today. So I hope you guys enjoy, and I hope you enjoy my new setup. So as you guys are watching me hunt today, and also seeing me maybe chill at the beach that I'm chilling in the meta, I really want to talk about change. Change is what life is all about. And there are basically two main aspects that I want to talk about within that today. So, first off, change is basically one of the only things in life that is inevitable, right? Nothing is ever for certain. Change is the only thing that is basically constant throughout life since the beginning of humanity and even since before that. Now, with that being said, for a lot of people, change can be really scary, understandably so. So, when it comes to dealing with change, I think it's something a lot of us try not to think about, and a lot of us find comfort in the things that we basically take for granted. We never even think about the fact that they are going to change. So I always use an analogy. I tell my clients this, I've made a video about this, but let's think of a video game character, right? So let's talk about two different categories of characters. Let's say there's an explorer over here and a warrior over here. So talking about this explorer, the explorer really thrives in mapping and planning and coming up with a detailed plan of, we'll hit here and then we'll go here, and then after that we're going to tackle this. And usually they're very well thought out, and it's a very valuable skill to have. However, I suggest being a warrior. Being a warrior is all about being present and embracing change. So the warrior does not really plan too much as to what's to come. The warrior focuses on harnessing his or her ability to be as strong as they can, as focused as they can possibly be, and also as prepared as they could possibly be. So whether they're preparing their weapons or just preparing themselves to withstand whatever it is that possibly comes, instead of focusing as much on what it is exactly you're going to do. Because the problem with that explorer is the first time that something arises and forces you to deviate off of that plan, you're going to be completely screwed. Whereas the warrior embraces the fact that everything is unknown and focuses on just making themselves as prepared as they possibly can for whatever comes. Now, in all reality, and to be completely honest with you guys, you shouldn't really be one or the other. The best is to be a balance of the both. Be an explorer where you are prepared and you're well thought out and you always have a plan, but you really also have to be that warrior where you embrace change, you don't know what's to come, and you just focus on making yourself as strong as possible and as prepared as possible. Dealing with change is such a valuable thing to focus on and to get better at, because it's something you're going to deal with for your entire life. A really good ability that will help you with that is being present, because by being present, you really can take in your experiences, and by taking them in, hopefully that allows you to kind of long-term sit with them better, opposed to dwelling on them. That's something that is a little more advanced of a topic. Being present is something that is so easier said than done. I can't just tell you guys be present. It's something that really just takes a lot of practice, but I would recommend just starting with something like meditation. For me personally, as a personal trainer and someone who's just always liked working out, this is how I think of change. I think of change the same way I think of a workout. So let's say I would do a really intense leg workout. And doing this leg workout makes me really sore. It physically breaks down the muscle in my legs. In the next few days, my mobility is basically limited just because of that. So what happens is the muscle in my legs break down, and as I'm sore and slowly recover, I slowly rebuild back that muscle. But when I rebuild that muscle back, I'm a little bit stronger than I was previously. That's how I look at life. Every time I deal with change, every time I deal with something tough, I look at it like no matter how I get through it, it makes me a little bit better. Even if it's just like 1% better than I was before. Honestly, playing a game like Monster Hunter is a great example. Let's go back to the Explorer and the Warrior thing that I talked about. You could have the best plan ever dealing with a monster, and then something completely unplanned could happen. Another monster could come up. This monster could do something you're not expecting and do a move that you weren't anticipating. And you just have to find that balance and kind of embrace change. Don't be surprised by it, and focus on preparing yourself to basically embrace the unknown. That was something that I know for me was really hard to understand, because I was someone that loved to live in certainty. I remember like graduating high school and just thinking I knew what my future was, and you have to embrace the fact that things are unknown and things are subject to change. Again, even as a trainer, a lot of the times I'll have a really good workout plan for a client, and then they may come in and they got no sleep at all, or they came in and a certain muscle's not feeling good. And then what we have to do at that point is just change our plan, adapt, and do what we can. And what I always tell them is it's almost like you're playing football. If you run a play in football and you have this really good play planned, and as soon as you snap it, you see that the defense is completely onto your play, you're not going to just run that play at that point. You're probably just going to kind of improvise and adapt and do what you can to just make that play work in the moment. And that's what a lot of life is it is planning, but it's also just adapting and embracing the fact that things change. So that is all that I got for you guys today. I really hope that you guys enjoyed this little lesson and this little talk that I had. I also hope you enjoy the gameplay that I have over this. I feel like Monster Hunter and this is a really good balance. And I hope you also enjoy how I incorporated my new little setup that I have here on the meta. So let me know what you guys think. Let me know what you guys think about dealing with change and how it can be tough. And I just love having conversations like this, especially as a male. I think this is just something we need to normalize, is normalize talking about struggles and things like that. Thank you guys so much for watching. Hope you have a great rest of your day.